How are you?
Awesome. Awesome. Joanne, I'm sorry. How you doing?
I'm doing really well, Georgia. Thanks for asking. How are you? How's Lewis?
I'm doing awesome. He's doing well. Thank you very much. And Joshua, you're looking good.
Thank you.
Hello, all of our agents out there. Thank you guys for being on the call today. So tell me all the things that are doing great in your area.
Well, before we jump in, I'd like to share one thing. First off, can everybody see my screen? Okay, so I know a lot of you feel like the person on the left, but I'd like you all to turn on your cameras if you do have it. No judgment here this morning. You're amongst family. So go ahead and turn on your camera and let's all see each other and chat with each other, okay? So
Kieran,
with that,
Kieran, you model well. You understand what I'm saying?
all right, so with that, let's get started. So for those of you who don't know, Georgia is our regional director for the Keller Williams North Florida region, which is one of the top regions in the company. She's also a MAPS coach. She's also a master faculty member. And as I've been saying, she is our direct link to Gary Keller and the team in Austin. So I asked her to jump on here and share with us some things and give you guys an opportunity to ask some questions. So I guess George's first question was to you guys was what's going really well with our office with the market right now? So let's open up and share about that for a minute.
Yeah, tell me what's going on. I mean, I know I'm the OP of a market center in Little Rock, and they wrote 11 contracts over the weekend. They all have to be signed by the broker. And imagine that the broker has to approve everything before it can be fully executed contract. So we keep track of it really easily. And they're writing like 2 and 3 and 4 contracts are getting turned in every day. So tell me what's going on in your market, because I'm hearing we're having just a phenomenal month, and we've got some what do you call them, offers. Tell me what's happening out there in your area.
And I'm going to mute everybody just because of background noise except for Georgia. So if you want to talk, just unmute yourself and chime in, okay?
So we just had a buyer.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so unmute yourself if you want to talk. Greg, go ahead.
We had a buyer's agent for one of our teams in Britain just put 5 homes under contract this week alone. Agent. So it is happening. We are still doing a lot of business out there.
I couldn't really understand what he said. Karen, could you repeat that for me?
Yeah.
Can I just tell it because I know it?
Okay.
So Jared on Miranda's team has 5 under contract, and they put a home on the market yesterday, and it's already under contract. So we're seeing, I know that we have an ALC meeting at 9 o'clock. People couldn't hit it at this time or that time because they were showing property. So personally, we're still, on Teamworks, we're showing property, putting things under contract. I know Ken Hansen, you are too. So we're moving along.
That's amazing. So, Greg, I know, or Joanne, since I can hear you, understand you, I know you all monitor the market every day. So it would be, do you guys know how many in your area contracts are going?
Yes.
Pending?
Yes.
How many new
Yes.
listings are being
Yes. So yesterday I posted 71 new listings in Sarasota and Manatee County. 28 went pending and 40 sold. And we're posting that every day. And not only are realtors sharing that, but some of our allied resources and also just some fans are sharing that information as well. So that's awesome.
That is amazing. So, I remember, and Joanne and Greg, you remember this well. Kieran, I don't think you were with us yet. Debbie, I don't think you were with us yet, but some of you might have been with us back in those days. Andrew, I know you were around in the shift days when I joined the region in 2000, because I was with Keller Williams since 1999, but I had the opportunity to come out and be the regional director in 2006. And boy, right at that time in May and June is when that shift hit. And I was going back and looking at numbers the other day, and there was never a time during that shift that a market center was not profitable, that we did not close contracts, and that we did not, and that listings were not taken. It was just a matter of who was doing it, because there is business to be had. And I can see that you guys all have that mindset that you understand that business is out there. It's just our chance to be able to go out and find it. And more importantly than that, and this is what we're recognizing in Little Rock is, and you might start seeing this a little bit, Joanne, and everybody too, is that we do see that inventory is starting to diminish a little bit, that the inventory is going down. So we don't have, you know, as soon as the property comes on the market, it's getting sold. And so the most important thing is that we've got to keep up and keep after people that may want to list properties, because it's not about today, it's about what's going to happen in 90 days. And if we don't keep up, and if we don't keep in contact with our sphere of influence and continue to talk to them and stay into relationship, it's just like anything else. It's out of sight, out of mind, and people are going to be pent up and wanting to either list or buy or do something. Does that make sense? And so you want to be that first mindset. And the other thing is, just like, you know, we're having conversations every day, and your market center is doing a great job of keeping everybody kind of like connected and stuff. I think that's important too with your sphere of influence, is they've never been through anything like this before. And so don't have the mindset that, you know, they know what's going on. Think about them and give them resources. Let them know that you're there to help them. If there's something they need, if they're confused about something, if they're having to homeschool their kids, if whatever, you know, maybe you can even create a neighborhood mastermind in a community or something, where you bring 4 or 5 or, you know, 10 neighbors together, or 20 neighbors, or different people in your sphere, and say, hey, you know, I know a lot of you are having to homeschool, because I heard that a lot of the schools are shut down, and they're going to be shut down for the rest of the year now, or school year, I guess. And parents are needing to get homeschooled. Maybe in your sphere somewhere you have a teacher. Wouldn't it be great if you got that teacher on a Zoom call and you invited your sphere of influence and say, hey, we have Susie Smith, and she's a teacher at XYZ Elementary School, and she's going to give you guys some tips on how you can homeschool your kids. Does this make sense, everybody?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
We actually had one of our agents do that yesterday. One of the members of her team has a master's in education, so she got one of the buyer's agents on her team to do that for her, you know, for her database. And I don't know how it went, but I assume it was received very, very well.
right. So just think about things that you can be doing like that right now, or what may be a pressing issue when you call people and say, is there anything pressing or anything that you're confused about or anything? Because I've got a ton of resources around me, and I'd love to get maybe many of you on a call, or just have some resources that I have call you and talk to you about, or things that maybe they're struggling with. You know, you don't know. We don't know what we don't know, right? So by making the phone calls and asking questions, you can find out. And then the biggest thing that you can be right now is a networker and a resource for people. But if you don't call and reach out and let them know that you're there to help them, it's not about getting business right now. It is, but the underlying opportunity really is to be there as a resource, and then you're going to be the person that they're going to want to connect with, and use for when they need something. They're going to say, all right, I'm going to call Kathy, I'm going to call Josh, I'm going to call Patty, I'm going to call Jody, I need to call Paige, and because you're going to be top of mind for that. So, you know, this can be a great call for Ask Me Anything as well. So anything is on the table. I've got a great announcement about something we're bringing to you guys. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute, but this can be Ask Me Anything. And there isn't any question that is too small, too big, too stupid that you can ask me. Right, Joanne? Can't you generally ask me anything?
Absolutely.
Okay. And you just got to be prepared for the
For the answer.
For some honesty.
answer. Sometimes it may not be an answer you like hearing, okay, but it will be the truth in my head at least. So ask me anything. And do you have a question? You're right in the middle of my screen. I'm looking at your beautiful face, Ann Edwards. Is there anything, and I'd love seeing you at our events. Is there anything that you'd like to ask me or anybody out there? And I don't want to put you on the spot, but you just happen to be right in the middle and I know you, so I thought I'd ask you.
Well, thank you so much. I'm curious, the feeling of optimism, is it contagious amongst all your other market centers? Because I know that we have a very motivated group here, and I'm hoping that everyone else has that same love.
You know, I'm going to say that I have the opportunity to talk to agents or different market centers, kind of like what you're doing, and I'm going to say that I'm so proud of everybody to have so much optimism and be doing so much business and continuing everything that they do just in a different remote location. And yeah, I feel that within the region. I feel that within the culture of the company. And I also feel it. I'm so proud of this company for being able to pivot and do all the things that they're doing so quickly. And you know, no other real estate company that I see is doing that. And where you might see, I know that how many of you and you can just raise your hand. I can't see everybody's face, but how many of you are part of the Keller Offers program? Okay, now Keller Offers is that's the iBuyer program. So what that means is that if you ever go to Joanne, are you certified in that?
No, not yet.
I don't think it's come quite this far south.
Well,
Georgia.
there's some disparity because the Tampa market is the closest to us, although there are a few zip codes in our area. So it really hasn't caught on here, Georgia, quite yet.
Well, but
Right.
here's the thing, go and get certified.
Okay.
Because if you submit me your zip codes, we can possibly get you approved. So here's the deal. Go take the class. Now the class is $250. They can't do anything about that. There's no discounts on that right now. But go take the class and get certified. And here's the reason why, is that if you've seen that Redfin, Compass,
Zillow.
all those companies are getting out of the iBuyer program. Well, I sent out an announcement yesterday, so hopefully, Kieran, you got that. Greg, you all got that. And it says that Keller Offers is still making offers, and what they're doing is they're calling it Keller Offers, but the cash offers program. They've gone out and gotten private investor groups that want to continue to make offers, kind of like the iBuyer program, but it's just called the cash offer program. And so when you go to a listing table and a seller needs to get out of a property fairly quickly, and they don't, I mean, it may or may not be needed right now, because I'm telling you, listings are a hot commodity and people are buying them, at least in areas I know, overpriced. But let's just say that the listing wasn't selling or something was going on and you needed to get a cash offer on that property. That's where Zillow or Open Door, Redfin, you don't have Redfin in your area as much, but they were coming in and making cash offers and getting those deals closed quickly. But there was also repairs and different things that come off the price. So it's a program. You have to understand the program, because it's not just I'll pay you X and that's all there is to it. But Keller Offers is staying in the game. And leadership, on Monday, you're going to hear something else that's really, really going to be exciting for anybody that's approved for Keller Offers. So again, while you've got the time now, invest in yourself. Go get certified to be a Keller Offers agent so you can offer this program when we come out of this. And you're going to be able to be on top. And now you've got, you know, the time in between all your lead generation you're doing every day and all the contracts you're writing. You're going to have the time to be able to take that class. Okay.
Georgia, where do we find the information on Keller Offers and certification?
Sure. Kieran, do you have that? Because we've been sending you emails on that. Do you have?
Yeah, I can just prepare something. I'll send an email out to the office as well as post it on our group and stuff. We'll get you guys the info.
Kieran, if you need that, just ask Ashley. But I know we've been sending you guys the information. So
yeah, I wasn't aware that we were adding new zip codes, so that's good to know.
Well, here's the thing. I'm just they have them, and I'm just gonna push it to see if we can get some of those zip codes included.
Okay.
So the bottom line is, Joe, you will be eventually anyway. It's not going to be like a year from now. You will be eventually anyway. So go ahead and let's get certified so you can take advantage of that product. Okay.
And as long as we're certified, it says a certified Keller Offers agent can use the Keller Offers platform to request offers for their client's property. So even if we don't have the zip code, we can go and request.
And I've gotten pretty good with Galen and in requesting a lot of things, and she's really wanting to work with us. So like always, you know, when we always are very supportive, and when you do that, then they want to work with you. Do you know what I mean? So we've been a very, very good partner and everything. And I heard you guys are sold out for Bold. So that's amazing. And that was a great opportunity as well. So
yeah, we got a wait list.
Cool. So Ann, does that help answer your question?
Yeah.
I see that happening all over. So yes, and it's because of the great leaders that we've got, that everybody, and you guys, because if you're not connecting and you're not making it what it is, it's all of you that become the that provides optimism. You know, Greg and Joanne and Joshua and Joanne and Kieran can do a great job of getting everybody on board. But if you all don't participate, then we don't have the great camaraderie and excitement that all of you bring to the call.
Georgia, can you tell everybody about the Pivot Ahead Facebook group that Keller Williams has set up?
Yeah, I'm also going to share with you something else. So do you have that video that Donnie did as well?
Yeah, I saw his email with it.
Okay. So what happened is that Keller Williams, you know, we had all this great training going on our KW Connect every day with Cody Gibson and all the top people and people at Keller Williams, and agents across the country were just zooming in and doing these 20 and 30-minute training sessions from noon to 5 o'clock. And we needed to get that out into the real estate community, because right now what we're uncovering is that a lot of other companies, they're not doing what we're doing. You know, they don't have the resources. They don't work like Keller Williams has. So they can't pivot on a dime like we can and be able to provide these, you know, great training resources. So we had them on KW Connect, but it's like, how do we get these out to the outside community? So they put together that page that Kieran was showing you, that Shift Pivot Ahead. And so now this provides an opportunity for you to be able to go in and find some of the trainings that you might have missed. And it's some of the good classes that they have during the day. And then you can actually send this out to any of your realtor friends. So from a, you know, maybe a profit sharing perspective in the future, this is a great way for you to connect or thank your agents for doing a transaction with you. Or, hey, Kieran, remind me about how to help your restaurants in the community before I forget, okay?
Yeah.
After I'm done with this. So if you play Donnie's video, we sent that out. Do you guys get the emails we send out from KW North Florida? Are you guys paying attention to those? Okay, Andrew says yes. Nikki says yes. Okay, so Debbie says yes, she's seeing them. So we send out emails from KW North Florida. And in that is a video from Donnie, our fabulous tech trainer. And he actually is showing you a video on how you can send that link out to others. So it can be through a Facebook friend that you've got. It could be somebody that you send an invite through Facebook, or you can just copy and paste the link and put it in an email. But make sure that you're paying attention to that and connecting with everybody, because that's another great resource. In addition to the fact that you've got, Kieran, you've sent out the Shift workshop link to everybody?
Yeah, we sent it out yesterday, and you should be getting another email blast about it today. And then the staff, as they're going through their care calls in the next few days, are going to be, or today and tomorrow really, are going to be getting you guys signed up for that. So basically, Georgia did an awesome job of partnering with James Shaw, who's the top shift trainer in the company. I mean, this is his thing. Other than Gary Keller, he's probably the most knowledgeable person about shift in the company. And he's going to teach this as workshops to market centers via Zoom. And George has been generous enough to cover a large portion of the cost for that. And then the market centers are also paying into it, but it's going to be free to everybody in the market centers, for the market centers who chose to opt in. So of course we did, and you guys are going to have the opportunity to take part in that 4-day workshop. It's just, you know, an hour or so in the morning for 4 days. And James is going to take you through all the strategies and systems and tools and activities you should be putting in place to kind of thrive through the challenging market, the shift that we're going into.
And you are the first region to get it.
Yeah, it's free. So you guys really need to plug into this, because there's people that pay, you know, $200-300 just to go and see James deliver this content. And you guys are going to get it free of charge. We just need to get you registered through Lauren at the office.
Yeah, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 9 to 10:30. It will be recorded in case you miss one of those. And the reason we're sending out an Eventbrite link is 2 reasons. One, we want to know who's participating. And number 2 is we need to kind of see, like right now we're already up to 400. And so we need to see how much bandwidth he's going to need on Zoom if we're going to do, because the more we get people on Zoom, Zoom can get kind of expensive. So we're going to go to Zoom for 1,000 people and then do the other part on Facebook privately. We're not sure yet. So that's why we're trying to get a good count. But again, please make sure and you watch for that link and get on this and sign up for Eventbrite. And again, it's free to everybody.
Awesome.
So we're excited about bringing that out to all the market centers. All right, another Ask Me Anything question. I love those. You must have something that you've been dying to ask. It's
Don't forget, you guys need to unmute yourself if you want to talk.
Yeah.
Well, I have a couple while they think of things to ask you. Can you tell us a little bit about, what else Keller Williams is working on to help agents move through this time? Like, I know they've been doing a lot of the live webinars, right? So, what does that look like? And just kind of what's happening in our company to support agents through the shift.
Well, there's, well, first of all, if you're a MAPS client, I think you saw that your contract was reduced by 50%.
Yes.
In addition to that, aside, and I think that if you are a MAPS client, you notice that your coaches are not just sticking to the 30 minutes. They're there to help you for as many minutes as you need. So that's a wonderful resource. And in addition to that, Monica and well, whoever else she has on the call in the morning, Matt Teeter, they're opening it up complimentary to anybody, just to listen for 30 minutes on any of these calls. So there's many things that are coming out to you from Keller Williams that are complimentary or just to help you be able to succeed. The one thing that it needs you. So if there's one thing that I will tell you right now, probably more than anything, is to pay attention to your emails, go into your KW Connect, watch the information that's coming over to you, because there's a lot. I know there's a lot, and I know you can complain, oh, there's so much coming at me. Yeah, guess what? You have so much to choose from, because I'm telling you, if you were sitting on in another door at another company, whether it be real estate or anything else, they're not providing all these resources. The one great thing about having 170,000 people in this company and many top producers is it's amazing how Gary can say one day, or our leadership team at Keller Williams can say one day, all right, we need to start live streams at noon, from noon to 5, and they can pivot within 3 to 4 days and have trainers, master faculty trainers across the country for no cost at all, go on and have material that they can talk about or share what they're doing or their experiences or whatever it is to provide to all of you, so you have the opportunity to stay and become successful in this market and or after this market. Now, all we need is you to pay attention and to log in and do all the things that need to be done. Okay.
Right.
Now, forgive me, because sometimes I get a little direct. Okay. So I'm going to say some things, and some of you are smiling because you already know how I am. This is not the time to say, because you're in the real estate business. You have a real estate business. And just like every day you would get up and come into the office, or you'd stay at home and do your lead generation, or you have your business hours, as I call it, you do whatever you do. This is not the time, because you're quarantined, to stay at home and go, well, I can catch up on my laundry. I can catch up on this. I can do this. I can do that. No, this is the time to stay engaged and do all the necessary things that you need to do to be able to continue to maintain your business. Okay. It's just like right now in some businesses, where they can't have customers coming in, we're watching them paint and do updates and get their businesses more in shape. They're catching up on things that they can't do when maybe a consumer comes in. So all the things that they would do in the after hours or whatever, they're still busy making things happen. So they're preparing. So it's not about it is about getting listings today and buyers, but it's also about staying connected, so you have your business intact when we come out of this, which could be a week, 2 weeks, 2 months. I get the fact that it's not fun. And it's, it's kind of hard to stay motivated at home, and it's easy to, do the laundry or do the ironing or, catch up and do things. This is why Keller Williams has those trainings going on. You've got command. Man, I'm telling you right now, if there's ever a time that we were prepared for this market, Keller Williams was prepared. You've got command. Get your database set up. There should be no agent in this company that comes out of this market that says, I haven't had time to get my command done. You got plenty of time now. Get command done. Get your nurturer set up. Get your smart plan set up. Get those sent out to the agents. Get everybody on the app. You've got plenty of time to make all that stuff happen right now. Okay.
Georgia, Jamie had her coach, Scott Toller, spend quite a bit of time with us yesterday.
Yes.
One of the things that I'm challenging people on my team is if you've got 1,336 contacts in your phone, that's what you should have in command, and matching that up.
Right.
So that was pretty powerful.
Yeah, match your phone with your so as you're sitting there making a call to somebody from your phone or whatever system you use, if you're not in command, that's a great time to say, oh, there's Joanne Owens. Okay, go into command, put them in as a contact, put in their information, see what you're missing. Here's just an off the wall script. Hey, Joanne, how are you doing today?
I'm a little concerned about everything that's going on, but I'm hanging in there.
Well, I'm just calling because I wanted to say, you know, I'm so grateful for all the business you've given us in the past, and you know, we just want to repay it. And what is it that I can do for you? Is there anything that you might be needing for your family, or anything that we can certainly help you with, or anything that you might feel that you need while you're staying at home?
No, I really don't need. We're really prepared and everything, but just having you call. How are you doing? Because I know real estate professionals right now must be pretty tough. How are you doing?
Well, you know what, we're doing great. And unfortunately, I'm with a company that's providing us so many resources and training, and I'm just taking advantage of this time to get caught up. And actually, that's one of the other reasons I was calling you, is because I'm not sure, you know, like you've got a Christmas card list or a contact list probably for your friends and neighbors and relatives. I'm taking time to kind of update my information. That might be a great thing for you to do as well. And I just wanted to maybe get some information. So I have everything that I would need to have in this new system that Keller Williams has provided to us. So could I take a few minutes and kind of update my profile on you?
Sure.
Okay.
I've got time.
So guys, does that sound bad?
No, not at all.
Okay. And now you've got the time, and while you're in, if you have to, if you don't want to do it while you're in command, because you don't, you know, it might take you more time, just get a piece of paper, write out all the things that you need on everybody. Okay. Like their birthday, their anniversary, their address, their pet's name, you know, make it fun. And here's the thing, maybe at the end of the call, you say, well, do you need any dog food for your dog? Let me bring a couple of cans of dog food by, you know, or I want to thank you for doing this, spending time with me. You know, we want to really be able to help the restaurants in our community. What if I were to I'd love to give you a $20 gift card that you can go order food at a restaurant. So maybe you guys go out and get, you know, I know this is spending money, but maybe you could go out and get a couple of $100 worth of gift cards for, I don't know, $20 a piece at your favorite restaurant. And that supports your restaurant. And you can say, I want to support all of the restaurants in our community. And so I went out and I bought some gift cards. I want to thank you for taking the time to complete this for me. And I'm going to send you a $20 gift card. So we're supporting our restaurants in our community.
I love that. That's great.
Okay. Maybe you guys can have a wine and shine at the end of the day and get your neighbors or everybody in your sphere of influence on a happy hour.
Lauren's actually working on that for our office next week. We're going to have a virtual happy hour for the office next week.
Well, maybe you can have a virtual sphere of influence happy hour.
My coach did a dance party with all of her kids, and they danced for a half an hour and had a good time. So there's all sorts of things we can do.
Awesome. Well, I have to go jump. I've gone from one call to the next call to the next call. So Kieran, I hope I did what you asked today, and you guys felt supported and loved. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you for putting this together, Kieran, and Joshua, Joanne, Greg. You're an amazing team, and anybody else that I left out of the staff, you guys are just the best. So we so appreciate you. We so appreciate you as our agents, and I'm here for you. So if there's anything that you guys need, I'm just a phone call away. All right.
Thank you, Georgia.
All right,
Thank you,
welcome,
Georgia.
guys.
Thank
All right, guys, we'll see you all on Monday. We're going to have a call with Stephanie Paxton. She's going to be going over some awesome marketing, social media content that she just learned at a marketing conference over the last 2 days, a virtual marketing conference. And she wants to share all that stuff with you guys. And it's specific to how can you use social media marketing technology in the market that we're in right now. So I really encourage you guys to plug in and listen to that. Right. So thank you guys. We'll see you on Monday. Have a great rest of the day and weekend.
Bye, everyone.